week's job report showing that the U.S. workforce added 3,000 jobs in July has economists breathing a little easier, despite the fact that 150,000 gave up. But it wasn't all good news, as the unemployment rate rose to 8.3%. So how does this affect the job market? There's still a lot of people who need jobs. Let's talk to Fox Business's Cheryl Casoni. She's up in Saratoga Springs, horsing around with the very expensive horses. She's got the top 5 companies hiring this week. Good morning to you, Cheryl.
Good morning, Steve.
All right, let's start with Global Foundries. Who are they and who are they looking for?
So here's what I did this week, just to kind of shake it up a little bit. I found 2 companies that are actually hiring up here in this region of New York State, Saratoga Springs. The first one is Global Foundries. It's a semiconductor foundry. They started building the plant about 3 years ago, but they're still hiring positions at Global Foundries. They've got 800 postings available right now, 600 here in the U.S., 350 jobs are right here in Saratoga. They need different types of positions. Water fab operators, you can make about $30,000 doing that. Maintenance, facilities technicians, about $60K. Engineers, of course, are going to make $95 or more. If you're an engineer, managers making about $140K. But overall, total New York employees, New York and state employees, about 1,800 people right now. So a nice Saratoga name to kick it off today with you, Steve.
Very nicely done. Also, a big international contractor is Lockheed Martin. They're looking for, what, 6,500 job openings worldwide.
Worldwide. Now, they have a branch here in this area, around the Saratoga Springs area, so I wanted to highlight them as well. We've talked about this company before, though, on Fox and Friends, because obviously, Steve, they are a global company. They're always a company, and they're always having turnover. You know, they've got 120,000 people worldwide, 6,500 openings right now. They need people that can do IT, engineering, program management. Lockheed will be an interesting name to watch, though, in the next few months because of the changes with the Defense Department. So we'll keep an eye on that for you, Steve.
That's such a good point. Also, tell us about Vitaver Associates Incorporated.
They're a recruiter, but there's a good reason I brought these guys to you today, because they are actually looking to insource engineers. What we've seen in the last few years is a lot of engineering positions that have actually been sent overseas. They want to bring engineers back to this country. That is what they're trying to do. They've got 42 direct positions opening with them, another 300 engineering openings that they want to send to other companies. Salary range $31,000 to $78,000 plus bonuses, health insurance. They also are working with somebody you know very well, Wounded Warriors, and that's a partner of theirs.
Indeed. All right, a lightning round. Banks Global Transport is a shipper, and they need people to help them.
Copy that, Steve. All right, freight and shipping. They've got services around the world. They need 400 people by February of next year, 350 truck drivers, 50 freight agents, 5 different people that can do customer support. They contacted FF Job Hunt at FoxNews.com. They reached out to us, Steve.
And Fresenius Medical Care, they're involved in dialysis, right?
They're the largest operator of dialysis clinics across the country. They've got 1,000 openings right now. They need nurses, clinical managers, patient care technicians, billers, dietitians, you name it. But they're actually very, again, large scale across the country. So this is a global, a company that's hiring across the United States, Steve. So yeah, but I wanted to at least get a couple of Saratoga companies in here today.
Right, and since you're up there at the big horse show and horse auction as well, I understand you ran into the guy who owns the Factor horse, and he named it that because he's such a big Bill O'Reilly fan.
Yes, George Bolton, who is very famous in horse investment circles, had one of his favorite horses called the Factor. Last night, he was one of the biggest spenders here at the auction. He spent $1.1 million on a horse. Huge Bill O'Reilly fan. Bill knows him very well, and the Factor was actually a very successful racehorse back in the day.
The Factor by a nose. All right, Cheryl Casoni joining us today from Saratoga up in upstate New York. Thank you very much. Have a great day up there.